Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. I am at a truck stop along the freeway on my way home, having left a job a week earlier than planned after having an unexpected emotional traumatic event, let's call it. Uh, and I share because I think we all have those moments for various reasons. We reach our threshold of coping and then spill over that threshold. I'm walking over here because look, there's some of our state flower in New Mexico, although I'm actually still in Colorado. It's taken me a while to get out of here. Anyway, there's some yucca plants for your backdrop. Ooh, and there's the Spanish Peaks back there. Beautiful as they are today. I don't know if you can quite get an idea how pretty that is, but it's pretty. And that's part of why I stopped, just to take a few moments to enjoy the view, enjoy the flowers, enjoy some fresh air. The reason I left early is because I realized I was not coping well, and I had that option, and so I went ahead and took it because things seemed like they were potentially going to escalate into an even more negative zone. I have hair sticking in my face, and all of that is just me sharing with you and reminding you that we all have points where, for whatever reason, we reach that threshold. Some of us who've dealt with trauma in our past might reach that threshold sooner than others. Some of us with a variety of nervous system issues might reach that threshold easier than others. But whatever the reason is, maybe you're just going through a lot of stress, and so that's brought you up to the edge of that threshold. Maybe you just haven't taken great care of your body this week, as perhaps I haven't. I haven't done a terrible job, but I haven't done the best job ever. All those things have added up to me spilling over the threshold, becoming triggered, becoming reactionary, basically, instead of a conscious creator, instead of being in the flow, in the moment, and able to control my emotions and navigate by way of my emotions. My emotions took a grip of me, and it was all I could do to just try to minimize damage, basically, damage control at that point. And all of that is both my admission that that happens to me too, still, even after nearly a decade of conscious doing the work, inner child work and otherwise. And also, I think it's part of being human to some extent, right? No matter how good we get at communicating and navigating and becoming self-aware, there will be new things, new challenges that challenge us. As I have grown in my ability to communicate, in my relationship dynamics, and have some beautiful, wonderful relationships, in that context, sometimes the stakes are higher, so to speak. It's not that the stakes are higher, but the emotional investment, I don't even want to say it's higher. It's just that there's a new layer, and then there are challenges within that layer, I guess, is what I'm trying to say more accurately. So it's just turtles all the way down, as they say. How's that for a conclusion? Now, you know what I really wanted to talk about, though, is how we need to have coping strategies in our tool belt, tools in our tool belt. Otherwise, we can get lost in the moment when we're triggered. And the more coping strategies, the more tools we've practiced using, the better chance we have of navigating those moments where we spill over the threshold without causing a lot of collateral damage. For me, leaving the situation, I wish it wasn't a full 500-mile drive home and a shift of my entire schedule, but on the other hand, it could be a lot worse, and I'm grateful for that. And I do have that option, since I have a bed back 500 miles away waiting for me. So I'm going to take that option as a coping strategy And I'm aware as I do that it's not an ideal coping strategy, but it is my default coping strategy, which is what we tend to lean on when we don't have something else practiced. And this is the real reason I bring this up, is because the more tools, the more coping strategies we can practice and have in our tool belt, then the better chance we have of not having to go right to the default, maybe it's not the most catastrophic thing by any means to leave a situation, and I'm grateful for that. You know, it's going to be fine, and it's an okay means. But I didn't sleep well last night. I've driven off into traffic, drove around in confusion, crying for a couple of hours. None of that's super safe, and it's not the best coping strategy. Probably a better coping strategy would be to have a therapist in my pocket. I don't know if there's such a thing is the thing, right? I do have friends, and I'm grateful for that, who I was able to reach out to and just talk to and vent to, and that helps. Driving helps for me, looking at the horizon, looking at a beautiful mountain, all that helps. A friend of mine was able to muster a hug before I left this morning, who I've been living with and working for, and had the emotional blowout with last night. Anyway, those things all help. So finding some resolve, taking some deep breaths, getting some sunshine, getting out to look at nature. And I would say the biggest overarching element of all of that, though, is finding a locus of control, finding a way to feel back in control of self, and then finding a way to re-regulate the nervous system. When I feel out of control is when I tend to feel triggered, and then I don't have my best behavior about me, and I think I'm not alone in that. Pretty sure it's a fairly universal or common human trait. Let me know if you got any tools you want to share. Mostly just sharing my vulnerability with you in the moment, and that view, of course. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you will give me a comment, give me a question. Check out the description if there's ways you want to connect with me and support me, or check that out. You'll see if there are. And until next time, remember to take good care of you, because you are worth it. Ciao for now.